We are on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Table Talk. Not sure what episode this is, but we're here. Another day.
And we got Mike here.
We got Mike Pally. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Hoop groupie.
Great to be here.
Not a hoop groupie.
No, whatever.
Hoop group.
Not hoop group. He plays.
Actually,
He get a little injured.
a little bit.
Hoop groupies are referring to someone else.
Girls
Different
that come to the
clientele.
game.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. But
Yeah.
must be what we represent his brand.
Look at our hats. Thanks for
Must be
bringing these
nice.
in.
Yeah.
That's the spot to go. That's like, I'm sure there's, for our younger audience that likes to still go out. Me and you don't go out as much, Ron.
Yeah.
But when we do, must be nice as a spot.
Well, when I go out, it's like the president going out. They will be there.
Yeah.
Usually. I'll tell you a funny story. Something happened the other day. I just thought of like Trent, my friend Trent. Remember him? He's a producer in L.A. Lives outside of Riviera. Well, I didn't know Riviera was in the fire. Like, I didn't know. So I called him up and said, listen, can I stay at your, I'm really going to take you up on the offer. I want to stay on that beach overlooking the ocean, all that stuff. And it's called Bel Air Club. And there's like a lot of celebrities have memberships there. It's like a country club on the water. So I said, listen, I'm going to take you up on. I'm going to stay there. And he goes, come to your house. I love your trees. He goes, bro, my house was in Palisades.
Oh, no.
So now, like, the conversation changed from like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. Like, you're my friend. You're going to put me up in place. So how do you handle that? What do you think?
Well, first you say something like, I'm sorry to hear that. It's devastating. Are you okay?
I didn't say that.
What is it? When's it going to be
I said, listen,
ready?
I'll tell you what I'll do, Trent. I'm going to send you some Red Rocks hats,
Some
Ronnie
Ronnie
hats, some Table Talk hats. I'm going to send you some plates,
Gift cards.
some silverware, gift cards, bottle of wine from Red Rocks. And he thought it was funny, but the people listening, LB and Renee were like, you shouldn't say that. That's not cool. I'm
not the way to handle it.
But it was funny. We were laughing. I think it's funny. So I'm getting him a care package today from Red Rocks, and I'm going to send them like stuff from Red Rocks.
Where's he living now?
He lives.
Ron didn't ask that question. He didn't ask much.
No, he lives on Manhattan Beach, but his wife is a CCA, what's called. She represents all the artists. He does movies. He's great. Mm-hmm. He helped me be in the one Vendetta. If you haven't heard of Vendetta, I'm in the movie. You can rent it on Amazon Prime, $9.95. I'm the strip club scene. Very good scene.
This is our weekly plug for this movie.
But my point is,
This segment's brought to you by Vendetta.
But when you called him, it just people are still suffering.
Yeah.
He said 2 years you ran the house for, but I think his house is. He's probably not listening. I think it's like 20 or 22 million, so I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's still the people. His kids are running out of the house. Yeah. He got him. So let's all say a prayer for Trent. Those people.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Thinking about you, Trent.
We'll go something next. But good night last night, huh?
Yeah, it was not a great night, Ron.
Tell us about what happened.
Well, so first of all, obviously Duke, they lost on Saturday, but that game was awesome, by the way. Houston, Florida, national championship game last night.
Oh, yeah.
I have to keep telling Ron because he thinks I had all this money on the Houston game.
$25
as far as bets are concerned, but there's these things that are called brackets, so you enter a pool of a bracket. I was in maybe like 5, and it's usually like winner take all or top 3 win. So I was in all of them. I was either number 1, number 2, number 3. Mm-hmm. The ones that mattered the most, the winner take all was number 1. And I had Houston, and everyone else trailing had, like, if they were still in the money, had Florida. So I needed Houston to win so that I would win all the money in the pools, the brackets. Then the smaller bets that I had, gambling, yes. And so Ron agreed, cheering for Houston. Let's go Houston. I got money on Houston. Denny shows up, and he's all in on Florida.
Well, he didn't know what he was on at the beginning, but then he was.
Yeah, but he came in prepared. He came in prepared. He said he knew that the public or the money was starting to go towards Houston, and it's a bad sign. So he wanted Florida. Mm-hmm. And
that was bullcrap too. All the money was on Florida last time. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you guys were looking at all the pro signals. It was starting to shift towards Houston.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, about 40-minute game. We're talking 37 minutes. It's looking pretty good. 36 minutes. I don't really remember. It all got kind of blurry there at the end. Houston just, Ron, I think with about 12 minutes left is like, oh, this is the lot, nothing can happen. Houston's not losing this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely no way. They're too good on defense.
Curse.
And I'd even said to him, like, they're calling a lot of fouls on Florida. They're going to start trying to even it back out towards Houston. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, the refs start taking over, getting involved. Here comes Florida. Here comes Florida.
Oh my God!
I realized my guy Ron over here, Mr. Houston. Let me turn your mic down there, buddy. There you go. Mr. Houston, all of a sudden, isn't cheering for Houston that much anymore. He's high fiving Denny and dabbing each other up. And I thought this is kind of weird because you. So then I wanted to see his bets because I didn't believe he actually bet on Houston. He never showed me your bets, by the way. So then it kind of got weird because the game, obviously, the last possession comes down. Houston blows it. Right. And you and Denny like giggling like schoolgirls, high-fiving, jumping. There's a video of Denny. He's like shaking his feet and his arms.
I was happy for the guy.
I was on Florida too, so I was happy.
Yeah.
So anyway, it just it took a bad turn there for Houston. I guess the moment was too big. They fought back Saturday night against Duke, which was awesome to see, and they just didn't have anything left in them.
But I think that sometimes you want your friends to win too. Like let's face it.
I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
No, but we could track this. Why don't we just do the Chris Scott tracking for all major games? Once Chris Scott told me he had Houston, take Florida. Like it should be an automatic thing. And you know what? Because the Super Bowl he had the other side, and you just bet the opposite of Chris Scott.
Yeah.
I don't think. And Bob Dontino bets me, say, I want to bet $100 on Houston. He's never called me his whole life. And he texts me like, okay, whatever you want, take any side. No, so, he bet with me 100.
But the money was heavy on Florida initially.
It is. All the money. Look, I called my people in Atlantic City and Pittsburgh and here, and all the money was on Florida. People like Mike, they think they're cocky, they win, they're public money. The public money loses, but they won. But that goes back to playing the fence. Sometimes, Charlie is a good play in the fence guy. You got to be able to play defense in this world.
Yeah, describe that to us. Give us your playing defense playbook.
You realize that you might get into playing with Denny. There's other stuff. Jim, he's good to me. He comes to my house the other night just to talk, say hi. What are you doing? You got to make sure those people are happy, and sometimes then you play defense towards you because you're my co-host, but I didn't get invited to your wife's birthday party. But besides that. You're my co-host. I'm like, shoot, I got to root for you. But I had Houston, trust me. Mm-hmm. But I think sometimes, like Charlie, you know what playing defense is?
Yes.
Do you have friends like that?
Yes, definitely.
You're one of them, Ron.
Like, give me an example. What do you think playing defense is? Like, give us an example.
Well, they will be with one person for a while, and then when it's not in their favor, and they see it's a shift, they'll go jump on the other side. When they know that all of a sudden the advantage started to lean towards the other side of the fence. And all of a sudden they jump the fence.
And that happened last night when he found out how much money Denny had on Florida. He jumped. Yeah. He thought, what can I get out of this? Maybe Denny will give me a couple $100 here. He did Venmo me $10. That was nice.
I Venmo him $10.
Yeah. Let's slap in the face.
I think that,
here's your $10 you bet.
Like Hooker, we have a big trade this week. I want to see what you think about this one. So you trade... We traded this new kid, Howard, who's a great guy. But he was like kind of
No, we did not trade Howard. It was Keller.
Keller, I always say Keller. Howard. Keller, but he's like...
He's probably been to Must Be Nice quite a few times.
Remember Anthony? You played first year with Anthony?
Yeah.
Anthony struggled his first year.
Yeah,
He's a good
Anthony,
guy.
yeah.
His first year, he struggled a little bit, right?
I haven't seen Keller play, I don't
Well,
think.
he's struggling a little bit because he's, obviously anybody who goes out to 4 in the morning every night is going to struggle anyhow. But there's some players on that team that can do that. So he traded Keller, who hasn't been playing good for Grant, which, okay. But then he traded Josh Neely for Stiggs. Gush did. Right. 30 for a 55-year-old. And I love Stiggs. Pittsburgh Steeler fan. What do you think about...
How do you feel about a second and third round pick being traded for a third and fifth round pick?
I think that was a big mistake on Cush's part.
And
we're being told it's totally fair, by the way.
Now, I would table talk.
I don't see it as fair as comparing those two, which I'm no disrespect to either one, but I'd rather have the younger guy who can move, help in more ways than just
so would Smoke.
Well,
rebounding, defense.
What I said to Cush about his sponsorship, Table Talk paid for the shirts.
Right.
I paid a couple grand for these damn shirts. So I'm a couple grand deep. I said, listen, whatever you do, don't trade to Charlie. Denny, I care. I want Denny to win because Denny's my guy. But Charlie is in this particular deal. So they're out of the club, and I get this text at midnight. I see it that they made a trade. Breaking news. So again, I'm trying to teach Kush how to do trades too. Like you don't want to do it at midnight. It must be nice.
Well, that's where he was. He was in the bathroom stall screaming.
Yes.
And I was like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "I'm trying to make this trade." And I said, "All right, I was just checking." I knew
the bathroom
he
stall.
was in the bathroom
This
stall.
is our leader.
Yeah.
This is the guy I'm sponsoring.
And
Right.
he had a few drinks, and
It was the women's bathroom.
and he was yelling in the stall where I had to go check what was going on.
This is how it
Jeez.
works. So I'm saying I'm trying to teach him how to be the president of the United States, and the president does not go in the bathroom.
You think he
and
should
make
coach
trades.
soccer and not
Oh,
basketball?
no doubts. He's either Mexican cartel or soccer or something, but no doubt.
He did. He called me that night, so I was one of the calls because I saw the trade come through, and I texted him. I said, "Please tell me you didn't do this. This is a joke, right?" He calls me. He's like, "You don't think it's bad?" And I'm like, "It's not great, Kush."
We can call Kush in, maybe. He's like fake news.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. This
fake
is turning into a fake news pod.
There was There's about 5 guys from the league that were in there that night, all over it.
Yep.
Yep.
And they were
I
probably.
think they were encouraging Kush.
Yeah, I bet they were. And, I had to have a talk with one of my teammates, Sam, because he says he's trying to sell me on it. I'm like, I get Grant's your brother. I know you love him, but there's other factors in that trade that didn't make it fair. Take Grant out of it. Take Keller's. Keller's got potential.
Well, Grant might not show up to a game.
Yeah.
That's first thing.
And Keller might not either, too. That's true.
Well, I think the biggest thing, Chris, you're on here. I mean, you're a great guy and all that, but you get pushed around. Like even his team, like they don't have a point guard. But so I did it because when I played, I was as bad as Kush, so they would leave me open, and I would hit. That one year I hit 30 or 40% from three, because nobody guarded me. Mm-hmm. It's easy to hit shots with nobody, and no disrespect to Kush, like.
Yeah, we're not mad, Kush. We're just disappointed.
But I think what I'd like to see just one time, because it happened to me back in high school. I mean, this is bad to talk about high school, but we played Stowe Rocks, #1 in the country. We suck. Coach Burek looks at me and says, "Hey, we're running four corners tonight, Herbert." So I'm like, okay, because I had good dribbling, right? And I
don't
stood
know
out
if
there.
everyone even knows what four corners is
stood out
anymore.
there.
Yeah.
Hey, I stood out
UNC
there.
Tar Heel
and they
right
didn't
there.
come at me 8 minutes, but I'll tell you right, at the 8-minute mark when they started running at me, these kids were like giants to me, 6'2", 6'3", and I was like, holy shit, I got to start playing basketball now. And we'd end up losing 28-20, but yeah, we played the four corners. But I think it's like when you're not guarded, you're going to be a little better. So now that's Kush thing that does a factor in. I think they should take advantage of that matchup this week. But I bet $1,000 on the firm.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
I'm done.
Yeah, there were
like,
some heavy bets coming in last night.
I would have bet
saw it.
more
Yeah.
on the firm.
Some people were deleting theirs
Yeah, once
after they found out the sub.
Well, yeah, how's that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know anything about, I've never seen him play, so I don't know. But once you make a bet, you're locked in.
Yeah, Michael Scott, I called him. We called him out on that. So, but
Nice
the hoop
try.
group's kind of interesting. I hope, I think bad karma, I think for Charlie again, he playing the game with everybody and, he plays that little game, it's going to come back to haunt him.
And what you can't say, because you did say it last night, you just got to be careful. You can't wish injuries on people.
No, but I know that. But I'm not injured. I'm just saying karma gets you. Hey, by the way,
So maybe Charlie get injured.
hey,
Who knows?
Grant's on here. How did Grant do with the food at your birthday party?
He did good.
Like, what did you have?
To be honest, I don't really. I didn't eat much of it. I think we had meatballs. Jess picked the menu. My wife. So I don't. I didn't.
Hey, I got cut out of that too. Did you notice that?
Really?
What?
Like Grant cut me out of Red Rocks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny how this is all.
I thought you were
going down.
Mr. Support Your Friends. So you catered my entire kid's birthday party. It was a huge birthday party for my two kids.
I know.
And then Grant.
Yeah, give Grant a shot.
We said, hey, Grant, like he does. They do a good job.
Like,
with
give me
theirs.
what they did. Like, tell us one item that you like.
Yeah.
Meatballs.
Oh.
So it was like it wasn't like an actual dinner. It was more like hors d'oeuvres, appetizers,
But
finger
give me
foods.
a couple items you saw.
Meatballs.
That's it. All meatballs.
There was like the bruschetta. He had like bruschetta or something.
Okay. Well, I want to help Grant out.
He did Cajun chicken pasta.
Oh, what about that?
This is so crazy. This is so bullshit. There isn't one item that he did. I'm like, shit, there's no way he did meatballs and Cajun chicken pasta.
No, he did do meatballs though.
Well,
But he didn't do Cajun chicken
well, let's
pasta.
have Grant on the show. We're gonna have
We
Grant,
should, yeah.
and we're gonna have him bring some meatballs and talk about his new venture.
Him and Nick. You know Nick, right? Slick Nick. You know him?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, they do it together. They're
Did
good
was
at it.
Kush there?
Kush came, yeah.
What was he like? What did he bring? He bring Coronas or what? He
No, he. You got to think this was the day after the trade, so we were kind of
On 'em.
not happy.
So you're a promoter of the trade too?
Huh? this was the day after, and he came over and he was trying to tell me how great of a trade it was, and I was like, dude, I'm not happy with you right now. You know, I'm disappointed in you, Kush. Like I thought I taught you better on the Outlaws. I thought that you wouldn't fall victim to being, you know, swindled by Charlie and Denny, but.
And if you're listening, this is a group that we play at Denny's house every Thursday. I used to play. I'm a little injured right now, but that's what we're talking about if you haven't heard about Hoop Group. But it's kind of a funny thing lately because our table talk, I sponsored instead of him, which I should sponsor his team. I sponsored. I went on the crutch and gave Kush the reign, but now I got to decide who I want to sponsor, NAL or.
Now you're betting against him.
Michael Scott eats here all the time. Like Michael Scott is a big regular, and Michael eats here and it's podcasts, and then we got, you know, Nate. But Nate, you know, Nate, I don't know. I like Nate too, but he gets a little cocky too. So I'd rather have humble people. Like even Denny's humble with.
That's why you chose Kush, right?
Well, I thought for sure it'd be humble. I didn't think he'd be doing stuff in the bathroom, making trades at a club. I mean, how am I going to tell how am I going to tell you that? I got to go to you.
Look, I saw a picture of Sam out that night. He was doing the right thing because he was, you know, like he was talking to a lady. Kush is in the bathroom making trades.
But like, you're my partner, so I had to go to you. I was going to tell you about this, and I didn't want to tell you because it's partner in Table Talk, because you helped pay for the sponsorship too. I mean, that $2,000 we gave is, you know, we had a big
to Kush
for the wonder what he did with it. Now,
hey, and then he said he said I designed his jerseys, which is not true, ladies and gentlemen. So all I did was put the logo on.
Yeah,
them.
you see the sponsor. You can't even see the sponsor.
Well, you should be happy about that now.
Yeah.
That actually worked out.
What are they, 0-3?
Yeah, 0-3.
Yeah, and then what about the now I could bet against them. I couldn't bet against them. They're 0 for 3 against the spread.
Okay.
So they're getting ready
What's
to go.
the spread this week?
Pick them.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
But listen, Denny won the race, by the way.
I know, back to back.
And it was funny. I was going to make him a 55 hat, and then I was going to make him 56 hat. He got a chance to win this week, so I don't know what to do. But
Where is it this weekend?
It's in Bristol.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to go up there. I think they have a new casino up there.
Oh, yeah. Funny story with Denny's race. I was on DraftKings looking to make bets for the basketball game, and they said, hey, you get a free bet if you put it on a NASCAR race.
Oh, wow.
So I took $25 and I put it on Denny to win. At
There you go.
plus 700.
Hey, he should get a free bottle next time he's in.
Exactly. I sent
See,
it to him.
$25 goes a long way,
What do
bro.
you guys do? Like, you know, I, as a friend, everybody thinks he's his friend, right? But I haven't seen y'all. I get hats, I get cakes, I get, I mean, Charlie's part of the marketing team, so I'll give him some credit, but did you ever win anything to get a cake like that? I mean, look at that cake.
No. Well, he's always invited to the bar to get a bottle. It's always an open invite.
So it's we got an open
open invite. If he
anytime he wins.
Anytime he wins, or if he just comes in one night. Yeah.
Okay, I got that.
I like that. Well, he might be there.
For past victories, he's got one coming.
He's got 2 in a row now.
Well,
Brought
now
out
he's
this
got
nice
2,
Harris
we
tier
go
cake.
3. Hopefully he wins 57. That would be really nice. But I want to get hats. I'll get hats made for that if we get to that. But he's, you know, if he gets to 60, that's pretty good at his age.
Yeah.
I mean, he's starting to age out. Like, I'm trying to think, like, who would I root for beside Denny? Like, I got to think about this. Is it Tyler Reddick? Is it? I got to think about, like, when Denny retires. Who
I wanted to ask, like, maybe you know, how important is age in driving?
Oh, a lot. Eventually, you lose your motor skills. I mean, you just do.
Because Earnhardt, he raced until he was, what, in his 50s?
But he got you know, bottom line is you have to keep getting sponsors.
Yeah.
So, you know, Dell Seniors, I mean, Denny would probably get sponsors. We would have to ask Denny
Yeah.
when.
Sure.
What's the
Tabletop might be his next
What's
sponsor.
the oldest guy to ever won a race? We have to look that. Hey, Brent, maybe look that up.
Richard Petty, maybe?
Well, back in the day, like, you know, so we don't know racing a lot.
No, I don't.
But I think that hopefully this is his championship year. You know what I mean? I hope this is the year.
11 against the world.
11 against the world.
Yeah, I like that
How
flag.
about I made those hats? You know, every year I make these hats and stuff.
52 is the oldest.
Who was it?
Harry Grant.
Harry Grant. Wow.
Is that Chris Scott that found that?
He did.
Fact check.
Wow.
Fact check.
1992. So,
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
and Denny's like 43, I think. So,
He's got some time.
yeah.
So you made him these hats, 11 against the world. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I made a hat. I do it all the time. Guess where at the HR? It's on his way. They take my ideas.
They collabed.
And Charlie too. I don't want to Because Charlie does help with everything. We make a nice hat, and we just get cut out of the deal.
Really?
Just like that. Like
I think Charlie walks into the boardroom and says, pitches it. Look at this hat that I came up with, 11 Against the World.
I bet you on the side. He's probably getting cut from DHR on the side.
He might be.
Austin's probably got him getting cut.
We'll get you an Outlaws Against the World hat, Ron. Don't worry.
So we talked about, playing the fence and with friends. The next thing I want to talk about a little bit is dating in the new world, but you don't do that. Mike, what do you think?
I don't, but,
you own a
he's
club.
the perfect guy to ask.
What do you think about dating in the new world with Instagram? Do you think that...
I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying just say for you, but people, do you think
But,
that...
I mean, he sees the clientele all the
what
time.
do you see? What do you see going on?
What I see is people aren't finding what they want to find or expect to find in the bar, of course. So they're going to alternate ideas. One is, we just had one at the bar, was a dating. Everyone came together and it was AI generated, where you put your information together about each person and they matched you up with a person in the room through AI. So
And this was that Must Be Nice?
It was at Must Be
Because I don't
Nice.
even think we didn't give the proper introduction. I mean, this Mike Pally owns Must Be Nice.
And
what's-
Sip down.
Broken Promises.
And what about your painting company? Don't forget about that.
Pride Painting? If you ever need any painting, we
And
got
so,
you.
so they had an AI generated dating night.
Yes.
Who sets that up?
Do you guys know Rebecca Hutchins?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So they reach out to you guys, say we're gonna have we want to do like an event at Must Be Nice.
Yes. They'll call us, and we get all kinds of calls, and people want to hosting parties, events, different things, and we kind of pick and choose what we think would be best for our
So how did that night go? What was it like?
I guess it went well. We had plenty of people there.
I wonder what like software they're using to. They just put in like their interests or something, and then it just.
Yep.
Even should have gone.
Yeah, everything, and then you match
What
up.
That would've
type
been
of people
perfect for you.
went? Like, what did you see?
Well, actually, that night I wasn't there, but what I heard was it was a mix of older, young, different ethnic backgrounds, so it was quite a mix. So I guess it was a successful night for the people that were there. I heard
But
they
do you
weren't
think
disappointed.
that image, I hate to say it, but like, image is a big part of what you like, really, at the beginning, and then to know the person. So
Right.
Yeah,
I
remember
think
we
what
talked
they need
about.
to do is maybe put, oh man, this is bad to say. I
We
don't know
talked
how
about
you
Love
say
Is
it.
Blind, Ron. We
But
talked
like,
about
right,
that
you
show.
put bags on their face or something. Like, we're not saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
just
I
Find
mean,
out what they're really about.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying
that's the show. Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
Except without the bags. But
Yeah,
you're-
but I'm saying that, like, I mean, I've always got a good select because I can make them laugh, but I'm not the hottest of the hot, but I'm the best of the best in a different way. I can make you laugh. I can take you to a date.
Right.
You can
take you to a
cook.
Hornets game.
Well, how
I can
many
cook.
times have we met a girl maybe and she wasn't the hottest, but if you talked to her for a while, you're like, hey, all of a sudden she's cool and she's
No
starting to
doubt.
look better to me.
Yeah.
Well,
started,
in your
you know,
mind, but
yeah.
but it's funny. There were a couple of my friends that I wouldn't date who he would date, right? But he likes them too. So everybody has their own
Right.
image or what they want. But I do think age is important, with people now. Like, it's harder for me to go to your club because there are there's a couple girls I could take home that want to go
Yeah.
with their grandfather, and that's fine. Whatever. you know what I
Daddy
mean?
issues, yes, there's plenty of them.
Right, I got no problem with that. I got a pool, a hot tub, I got a nice car,
You got an espresso
free
machine.
food, espresso machine.
Well, we
Yeah.
used to have a lot of fun in the Sip Cellar.
What about the new toaster I got? I mean, nobody has that. That's a $400. I would guarantee a lot of people don't have my toaster. It's $400 with a panini maker too.
Wow.
You could come home and make toast and.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm just saying, it's a good seller.
Yeah, you know how much girls love
Well,
toast.
hey, whatever works.
And paninis.
Do you know my real name? Do you realize what it is? Do you ever hear this, Brent? Do you ever hear this?
No,
I don't think so.
It's Ron. Just so you know, in the Southwest,
I thought you don't have a middle name.
They call me A-Bear. So it's Ronald A-Bear Jr., Patrick Swayze. So if you want to dance like that, I can do it. Patrick Swayze the
Prove
third.
it. Let's see.
And
let's see some
then,
dirty
and then,
Get on the
I
table.
think I showed you. You can show the video of when I was dancing with my mom and Renee. Someday show that. I want you to pop that up.
We will do that.
Yeah, we'll clip it here right
And
here.
then-
Watch this video.
Patrick Swayze the third, Chef Boyardee. So listen, when back in the day when I was, suave, I would take them.
Go suave.
I would take them dancing, and then I would cook whatever
Paninis.
you want at my house. No,
Oh, yeah.
I was a white egg. You can have 2-egg omelet, 3-egg omelet, 4-egg omelet, whatever it was.
To the heart through the stomach.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
there you go. So then they know I could cook too. And
Yeah.
dance.
And dance. Cook and dance. That's a deadly duo right there.
Right. I mean,
Wow.
Mike, I went to Mike's house one night. Only thing he offered was beer and like a vodka drink. I mean,
Hey, what else? What else?
I mean, that's, I kind of like that. It's better than paninis. to
and
me.
then he does. It's funny, and I'm not saying it might have been a little late, maybe, but he
Yeah, it
goes,
was
"Hey,
late.
you want to?" And now look, he had an advantage over me, right? This
Okay.
is what he does. But, he goes, "Hey, y'all want to walk up to my balcony?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll just jump right on that with my crutch." I mean,
You jump right
so
off
he's
it.
already showing my weakness. He's getting battle with me over some talent.
Upstairs,
I
everyone.
was definitely thinking about that.
Yeah, he goes, let's all go upstairs. In fact, why don't we run around my house? And then he goes, park your car right there. And I'm like, the whole time, like, it's in a no parking zone. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. Nobody ever gets towed there. I'm like, well, what if my car gets towed? I really can't walk. He goes, well, just park it down the street. And I'm like, park it down the street. I'm on 2 crutches. I go get my car. So the battlefield is different too out there.
Yeah.
You got like Mike's a battlefield guy. Like, if you're testing at a club with a few women, say, you got to watch. He's gonna.
But I've always been respectful.
You strike first, maybe second.
No.
Ron's never respectful.
The only guy.
so.
I mean, it's like that when you go out. But back to the AI. So did anybody? Do you think anybody match? Can you find out if they?
I
went on
will
a date?
find that out because I will be coming back a few weeks down the road, and I'll give you a full report.
I think we just found out at the next event for Red Rocks. You need to do one of those, an AI dating night.
Yeah.
Wine and dine.
I can set it up, yeah,
Wine and dine.
for you.
Hey, you could do it on lunch. It's just lunch, Just have a little lunch, wine and dine. It's more casual.
Maybe we do the podcast for this AI thing. It must be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like see what's going on.
I like that.
You know, it'd be good. Your wife would be good. She could be like the judge.
Yes.
You and her would be good
Yeah,
judges.
we could do that.
Actually, her name is I think I said Rebecca. It's Casey Hutchins. I think you would know her if you've seen her.
But that's
before.
Nate's ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Well, I'm not. Excuse me.
Well, hey.
Let me take that back. No, I mean they may have dated back in the day. She
Where's
worked
my
for you.
noise at?
Hold on a second.
Where's the mute?
She worked for you. She worked for you.
Yes, she did.
So
somewhere.
she came. Listen,
She worked at
Okay.
SIP for a while.
and I'm saying this. She still is. She was.
Yeah, she's the one that started that.
And she goes, oh, you see this girl I got hired from Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Casey. I met her there, and she did a great job bottle service. And
No, I
now
don't think
she
she's
does the
from.
service?
She isn't from Charleston.
right.
Loretta was from Charleston.
Okay, so she started the AI thing?
She started the AI dating deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder how, I'd like to see it on anybody I dated. Like, wonder how it would match up.
It's interesting. We should just do it all. Put us all in one room one day with a bunch and see how it goes. How
Sherry
we match
Thompson,
up.
Sherry Thompson.
You got to answer the right way,
Hey,
Ron.
Sherry,
Don't fake
hey,
it.
Sherry's
Sherry.
listening, but I don't know if we were AI generated back then. I think it was more like how much I drank and see if I can meet him. They said I couldn't go out with her, and I did. I mean, she's a great girl.
Yeah.
If
I've
you
always
want to
liked
marry
her.
somebody, Sherry Thompson's it.
Yeah, she's
she's
always
got a
been
great
good.
job. She's classy. She's anything you want to be. She's worldly. She goes to a sporting event.
Yep.
So Sherry, shout out to Sherry Tay.
Yeah.
And Kush, you're another person you date, right? There's nobody like him.
No.
He's got a girlfriend.
I wouldn't date him, but yeah,
What
I'm
I'm
sure there's
saying,
girls
he's
out
got
there.
a girlfriend, but what a
Yeah.
fun guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you want to go to a party, you bring and probably Grant too. To be honest, I mean, you're gonna have fun.
You got to pick one or the other, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
And Chef Ron Brown gives us a shout out today. He's got one of her most coveted. I think he got a lot of Brent. Didn't you say his show when he was on got a lot of clicks?
Yeah, it did really well.
Oh,
Yeah, one of the better shows.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
right
yeah.
right before Thanksgiving.
Right now we're doing Easter coming up,
Right.
and Mike Wench or Chris.
Want me to grab it?
Yeah, Chris, come grab my. Oh,
He's
here
got-
you go.
Mike's got
I
it.
got something for you. Hold on.
We got something for our fans out there. It's since Easter's upon us.
So you can't hear
This
you.
is our
but-
guy here.
Yes,
He's arrived.
screenshotting these.
So I don't know
Yeah,
how it's
take
here,
pi- yeah,
everybody,
take
but
pictures.
I'll try to.
You can't put that on your head right now.
I don't think
You got
it's
to put it
gonna
up
work.
here. Your ears are up here.
Okay, there you
I'll
go.
set for you.
So can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I just want to say Easter is a big day, and I kind of wear this every
There
Easter
you
for
go.
the kids.
Yep.
So if you come in, you'll probably see me. But We do an Easter
show
brunch,
those kids, don't you?
10 a.m. to, we're open till like 10 p.m., but we do Easter ham, really good. We sold, I don't know, 150 dishes last year. Then we also have a menu, we do brunch. So make sure you get your reservations for Easter. You guys got any question about Easter? You get a,
What is the date of Easter this year?
Yeah, Mr. Bunny.
I think it's April 20th.
20th?
It is the
right?
20th.
April 20th. Okay.
Is that correct, Brett?
It is correct.
Seems like it changes.
How do you
every
get all this stuff to the kids every Easter? Like, do you hop around and go in their house every night?
Well, first thing is, if you find one of my little eggs, I usually give them a little money or something in there.
Yeah.
So.
This is awesome. We got the Easter Bunny
Now
on,
wait,
ladies and
do you
gentlemen.
have like, do you guys like, what's your favorite? Man, it's getting hot by the way. But what's your favorite
Easter candy?
Mine is the Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
What's yours, Michael?
I'm not a fan of Peeps.
Well, that's my favorite. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you don't like
I
them.
just go with gummy bears. I don't like gummy bears for
Well, my
everything.
family invented gummy bears, so
I know,
I'm so
that's
happy
awesome.
you did that.
The
I
Easter-
mean, you can't.
Who's in your family, Easter Bunny? Which one?
Well, I used to eat, obviously, when I was a kid, because my family invented it, we had a lot of gummy bears, but I like Peeps. That's my favorite thing to eat. I love marshmallow. I love the whole thing about it.
A lot of sugar
It's
on
awesome, huh?
A lot of sugar on the outside of those things.
Are you
Yeah,
excited
I'm not saying
about?
it's not good. It's not good for you.
No,
I'm not saying there's nothing like Easter. Like, it's funny, a story last night. So they hide the candy from me at my house, like Easter. So they put the bowl of candy upstairs in the game room, right? Well, I think Nate had at least 10 Snickers. I mean, he was eating every Snicker in there.
That's from Halloween, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what it's from, but they're hidden. If you go around my house, you're going to find money, candy, a lot of candy.
A bunny helmet.
Yeah, bunny helmet. Oh, there's some more hats in there. Yeah.
Why do you have this, though? Honestly, why did you have this at your house? What do you use it for?
Every Halloween, I always dress up differently, and I usually try to wear a helmet like this. You'll find Yogi Bear, the Minion. You'll find a lot of different ones upstairs. And then the kids love it, and Easter, they love it.
Ever use it late night?
I think it's the earliest it's been out ever.
I'll wear it at my AI event. And maybe,
There you go. Love is
maybe
blind.
we all wear it.
Better than a bag.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to have you
way
wear
better.
the next one. I'll bring a couple helmets in for us. So
Can you talk like the Easter Bunny? Can you do like an Easter Bunny voice
I
for
don't
us?
know. I always mess up the like. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Then what's it go after that?
I don't know. Is that an Easter
and
song?
on his farm, he had
a-
whatever.
And on his farm, he had an Easter bunny. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. I don't know. What's the Easter bunny do?
Oh,
Not
wow.
quack, quack, quack.
I think that's a duck. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, what does the Easter bunny do?
I think they just
They just mate.
they just wiggle their nose. Wiggle your nose.
Well, you think I should wear it? It must be nice next weekend. Well, Easter,
Yeah, you probably
maybe I
get a
get
lot of
appearance
attention.
fee?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, $50.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, $50. I'll bring it in.
You're in.
Oh man, God, it's getting hot. Okay, here we go.
He's back.
He's back.
Ron, you won't believe what just happened. The Easter
What?
Bunny was here.
Oh wow. Okay, now I got to figure out how to put this on. Yeah, Michael, figure that out for me. You never know what we're gonna say on this show.
Let's make sure. Hold on. That's left. All right, you're good. You never know. All right, we used it backwards.
So,
That's
Mike,
fine.
what events are coming up at your club?
Nothing particular, but on Sundays we just started Sunsets, it's called, where we have different DJs coming on Sundays playing house music.
Oh, nice.
And also on Wednesdays, we're starting this Wednesday, all female DJs, 3 female DJs, every week on Wednesdays. And we're doing like a ladies' night where we pair martinis, and we're actually making like French fries, like a little French fry cup, Parmesan with the martini.
Grant's making them.
Yeah. No, not Grant.
Like Grant
No, we actually have a kitchen trailer outside, and we're doing little
I saw
little
Kush out there.
bites.
Yeah, that's what they do. I try to figure out what Kush does. That's it. So you get that too. Hey, Will. Will writes on here now. Will went to when it was Lost and Found Out. It must be nice.
Yes, we rebranded last September from Lost and Found to Must Be Nice, so a lot of people know it by Lost and Found.
And the club business is a little different now, right? It's more of a bar.
Yeah, it's more of a bar than a club scene. Yeah.
But the bottle service is still there? Or
Yeah,
not?
we still make it available, but we don't push it, or we don't push like VIP tables or anything. It's more open, friendly, sit down, have a drink. If you want a bottle, you can have one.
Now, I want to ask a question. Here, I go to a club with some of my friends, and all of a sudden, why do people leave when the tab comes?
I don't know. That's a great question, Ron.
Like all of a sudden,
Who's notorious for
What
that?
could it be?
Well,
What could it
I
be?
heard Alex Presley gave Nate $5 the other night. Five, and I wasn't sure Alex had to,
Well, it sounded like it was a handful of money, which was supposed to
was all
apparently
singles?
act like it was a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
No, I mean-
to be fair, I think they said it was $19.
Now, one thing about Nate, if you ever go out with him, he will Venmo you the next day, and I will too. Like, I have no problem hitting the old Venmo request, button. Like, we went to Dallas, and I did it myself. So I self-induced myself because the server that was selling me the champagne, I thought she liked me.
Was that a strip club?
Yeah.
No,
what club was
it
this?
was a club.
Was there a strip in front of it?
I thought,
No
I
pole.
really thought she liked me, so I bought a bottle for $1,300. I don't think.
Oh man.
Now, at the same time, Alex was ordering 5 shots of Casa Azul.
Oh, along with it. Wow.
Well, he had to pay for those Casa Azuls, right? And I paid for the champagne for sure. And then finally, I'm like, oh, man, I don't really want to hit anybody up for this, but I think I will Venmo you. Mike's good about paying. Like, no problem. But do you see that a lot of your club business? Like,
I don't notice it.
Yeah, you don't know the
Well,
friends.
sometimes when I have a table and I have my friends there, they think that I'm getting everything for free,
Oh,
which
no.
I'm not. And all of a sudden they will disappear or just order away or bring more people over and just order away. And I tell them, I still have to pay for this.
Yeah,
Just
it
to let
costs
you know.
money,
Yeah.
I remember my first table with Kevin Violet, who doesn't go out much, and we were with. They used to do testing NASCAR. They would go out to Vegas and test. So all the drivers, Clint Boyer, and Kevin Harvick, and all these guys. We were all at this club called Bank. Remember Bank? It was in the Bellagio,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And Kevin, I said, listen. Kevin's funny story. I said, listen, if I introduce you, he kept getting on dating sites. If I introduce you to a wife, you have to give me $10,000, right? So that was our deal. Like kind of joking around.
Right.
No
Especially
shit.
Vegas.
I introduced him to Betsy. They have a kid together, and they got married. I said, you owe me $10,000, dude, and joking around. Like, well, we went to this club Bank, and he goes, I'll just take care of some of the tab here. And then he got big timed, and all these people were there. He's like, I'll just take care of the tab. Well, the first, that tab was $10,100 at a club. You know what I mean? So he found out how much it was.
So you gave him $100 and you said the other 10's on you.
I want to say this. I've introduced a lot of people to a lot of people. Like they're setting people
Yep.
up.
Same here.
Yeah. I mean, what about now? Who got married to our friend
Lauren?
Lauren? Right. That's
she met.
through you.
Yeah, Richie Pacilla.
Right. She met him through you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have you introduced any of your friends or?
I don't think so.
Does any of your girls
Maybe.
like a little older guy
Vinny,
with
who
a
played
table talk show?
Yeah, right. Vinny Church, who played for the Panthers, I introduced him to his now wife.
No way.
Yep. Sure did.
That's 2 down. Mm-hmm. Well, technically, I introduced DH and Jordan. I mean, they sat in my courtside seats back in the day, and then Jordan would cheer. That's when the cheerleaders were allowed on the court.
Right.
And that's how they met with actually Jason White too. He was always
Wait, they can't go on the
there's a
court
show.
anymore?
no,
No,
they weren't. They were
just
like
come out to dance, but
they
they
were
were on the
sitting in front of
side.
you.
Oh, gotcha.
They would sit at the side.
Gotcha.
Have you? Well, I don't want to talk about that. That gets a little edgy, but I can talk about it. Screw it. But when a guy cheerleaders get involved in like this damn fucking basketball, I mean, I'm watching the other day. I'm like, it's all guy cheerleaders.
Why were you watching?
I'm just saying, like
Someone's
they were
gotta
doing
lift
that
the
thing.
girl.
What's that thing they did in the Olympics? They did that little
Breakdancing?
breakdance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this does not like excite me. It's not even like
Right.
You're talking about it.
I know.
It
but
worked.
what happened? What just happened?
I mean, they do go out. It's like called the swarm squad or something. And they go out
Oh,
there.
he knows all about it, Michael. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get an autograph or anything?
Weren't you? Didn't you say you're good at dancing?
Yeah, I can.
You should have tried out for him.
Patrick Swayze can dance. Yeah, I can do it all. I can do it.
I mean,
all.
I don't know, man. I won't touch that one, but
So speaking of the Hornets, back to that, we talked about Cooper Flagg. You weren't involved. What do you think about Cooper Flagg if he went to the Hornets? Do you think it would help?
Oh, it would sell probably. I'd say they increased their ticket sales, season tickets 30%.
Oh yeah, and they would have a reason to jack the prices up. That would give them a reason.
They already have jacked.
I know that's what I'm saying, but
the product is.
And you're kind of like, why are you jacking it up?
Yeah.
But y'all aren't good.
Yeah.
Now if they did that, they could be like, well, we have Cooper Flagg.
Justified.
Yeah.
My tickets went up double.
That's
So
ridiculous.
what about your tickets? You know.
No, but it's not. It shouldn't go up at all. They should be dropping the prices on these games.
Right.
I mean, they went double when they said pay or else, and for the courtside seats, the owners said they want people to get out. They actually want them to get out so they can buy them.
Yeah, they're trying to push you out. They have other people in mind for those seats.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to buy it. I think I told Kevin that we'll, if I get a, give my last
Hey, we
dollar.
love the Hornets. We want them to succeed. So
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm the only
know.
guy that had the Hornets, and I keep talking about this bet every week. But the Hornets and Panthers to make the playoffs, $20 it pays you $60,000 or something. I mean, you know, you got bad teams when you get a $60,000. I'm gonna do it next year.
I think we should just buy the Hornets. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Will Wright can.
Yeah, it's
We get Will
frustrating
out
when
here.
you have your best players that are always injured too.
They're always injured. They're
never.
like 3 or 4 best players have
okay.
only played together like 20 games,
Yes.
40 games.
Who's our real starting lineup? Like, if you ever
If no one got hurt,
Ball,
Bridges,
Bridges,
Brandon Miller,
Miller,
Mark Williams,
Mark Williams.
Yeah.
and then I don't know who the fourth.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
not sure.
I mean you would hope eventually it would be
Brandon
that.
Williams. So I'm
How
not.
about plug
Grant
Cooper
Williams.
How
Grant
about
Williams.
plug Cooper Flagg? in
Yeah,
that
that-
spot.
it's weird. We need one more player. It would be
That
nice to have
and
Cooper
that
Flagg.
boy, would he make a difference?
I think that they want that guy they drafted last year to probably be a future starter, Salon or whatever. But
He's awkward.
He's 18.
I know.
That's just crazy. I mean, you look.
But
at,
yeah, if you get Cooper Flagg there,
But we had Shea.
Your bet might hit
I
next
can't
year.
Shea. We had Shea. We drafted him and we traded him
for Miles Bridges.
for Miles Bridges. We had who else do we have? We had Kobe back in the day.
Well, yeah,
And you know what? It's not even that. It's the guys we passed on for some of the guys. Like we took Bismack Biyombo instead of Klay Thompson or Kawhi Leonard.
yeah.
Book Knight. I don't know who went after him, but he was horrible.
We took Malik Monk over Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Adam Morrison was not good.
Yeah, Adam Morrison.
We
Rex
could have
Chapman.
had Dwight Howard, I think. I think we
Oh,
passed something.
No,
you know,
he had.
we didn't get the pick.
I think we were supposed to have. Well, we were supposed to have the first pick
Yeah.
for Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, the eyebrow.
And then
Yeah.
we got MKG, which was we could have that one. We could have Bradley
Yeah,
Beal.
who that was horrible too.
That
I
one we
forgot
passed
about
on.
that one.
We passed on Bradley Beal, and there was one more we passed on.
Who's the French guy that stole from us for like 6 years?
Boris Diaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
awful.
wow.
Or are you thinking about Batum?
Batum.
Batum, yes.
Batum,
Yeah.
really, be honest with you, Batum, he got hurt because he played for the French national team, I think. He's pretty good, but he didn't play. He lives up on the lake up here.
He was good, but it was so right after the NBA had a new TV deal, all the salaries got inflated. It was like 2016 or something,
crazy
and he
how
got
much
like
we were
the
paying him.
Supermax, and he
Hard
was
to
not
play.
worth that money at all.
I tell you the funny story about Nick Batum. He lives on the lake up by the park. What's that park over there called?
Jeton?
The one you can swim at. The
Jeton
Bailey
Park?
No,
Bailey Road or something? I don't know.
Right there where you can go swimming.
Okay.
But that's where Larry Griffin let them live up there. But I guess he decorated, so all those people don't really decorate their houses for Christmas, right? They decorate, but not. But I guess he spends $20,000 on this stupid, Christmas lights and stuff.
He's probably got kids or something.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So now all the people on the street,
They feel
put
like
the pressure.
It felt
I
obligated.
don't know about your street. It's funny on my street now. I used to put Christmas lights up because it's a Christmas party, but now nobody's really doing it.
Oh, we do it.
You do because you have kids.
Yeah, but we're also. I like the holiday.
Yeah.
I used to be like anti-Christmas before Thanksgiving, but now I'm like, might as well do it before Thanksgiving. You only, especially with the kids, you're like, let's make the most of it.
What gift do you get this year
What gift did I get?
at the Christmas party?
Oh, the Louis Vuitton wallet.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
What'd you get, Mike?
I wasn't there. I missed it. I was out of town.
Yeah, you never really brought a good gift anyhow.
Yes. I would get good stuff, and I get stuff rebranded from someone got from a different, work party. I would see the etching in the thing from a work party, and they would reuse it for your party.
Yeah. Well, the other one we got to talk about the Panthers now. What do we need? What do you think the Panthers
Draft's coming up. They need defense. They need like 25 defensive players.
Who's our wide receivers now? Do we know?
Leggett, Coker,
Yeah.
Thielen.
We need receiver help.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Right. I'm saying that.
But I think you got to address defense first, and then you can get a
Oh,
receiver
yeah.
in the second round, maybe.
And then running back, we don't know the kid from Texas how he's going to.
But they signed the guy from Dallas, Rico Dowdell.
Oh,
Dowell.
yeah,
And
that's
then Chuba's
true.
back.
Yeah.
Chuba.
Chuba.
Well, what's the other running back? Because you have two on fantasy. You
Well,
have
Jonathan Brooks was the
From
guy we
Texas,
drafted from
yeah.
Texas, second round last year. Tore his ACL, so he was out most of the year because he tore his ACL
Played
at
a little
Texas,
at the end.
and then he
Yeah.
tore his ACL again
Yeah.
when he came back.
And by the way, if you're going to pick a fantasy team, don't let Michael pick your team because everybody gets hurt. I mean, everybody every year.
That's true.
They all get hurt.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers might surprise people and go 9-8.
Well, there's is that a record? Can you have that record?
What?
The 17 game? Okay, yeah.
You're
How do
9
you
plus
feel
8.
confident
So
with Bryce Young as your quarterback?
I feel good with that.
Wow.
I like the coach. You know what's crazy? That coach, I told you the story, but he eats at Red Rocks.
I knew
And
you
so
were gonna
does
say that.
Andy Dalton was there yesterday. All of our linemen, they all eat at Red Rocks at South Park. If you haven't been there, Providence and Fairview, great place to eat. Lunches hopping every day near business parks. Some of the stuff they're doing here. But Coach, I like when I first met him, I'll say it again, he talked to me like a normal guy. And I just like his swag. I think they're going to I like it. I like him. I think Coach is going to do good this year.
I do like the coach a lot.
Well, he could be likable, but he's going to win.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever been invited to Mark Sweet or Michael Sweet over there
No.
at the game? Okay.
That's not Michael's.
Well, so kind
What
of
have
sweet.
you have?
I think I walked in there once before just to
come-
say hello.
you're always
Yeah.
welcome.
I always see the Van Wingerns there and people
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
They have their own suite.
And,
I've walked in theirs too. Yeah.
I have my
To
two
say
clubs, but I can't go down and sit in them, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those this year. What?
You're gonna miss the playoffs.
So
this
we
year.
get let's make just a pre-prediction of the Panthers. What do you think?
What do I think? I'll say you said 9-8, which is, I mean, you're playing the fence there. So
What over under 6.5 for the Panthers? So
That's what I was going to say 6 and 10.
can I
Or
go out
6
here
and
and look?
11.
Or,
I'll go over. I'll
You're
say
right.
I'll say 7 and 10.
Hold on, let's see something. Let's just.
And we haven't even talked about the Masters this weekend, Ron.
Oh, I forgot. Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on. You all right?
Just hold on a minute, dude. Just calm down. Calm down a little bit.
I thought you had a master shirt on.
Yeah, me too.
Well, look at me.
Okay,
I am
so you're ready.
Masters green ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
You
always talk
didn't
about
even want to talk about
So
it.
I talk about the Easter. Think about our props, right? The house, I get our props. So you come over, you get a green shirt.
Did you want to finish what you're looking for, the Panthers, or do you want to?
Well, you started talking about the Panthers. We'll look at that too.
Well,
What do you
I
think?
like. All right, so
How do I get
6.
back?
He's saying 6-11. I'm saying 7-10. 7-10. You're saying 9-8. NFL futures maybe.
How do I get back to the main
They
screen?
probably don't have it out yet.
How do I get back to the screen? Oh, do I go to the screen? But, well, no, they do have it out. They have all the picks.
Yeah, they should.
Are you seeing him over there, Chris? Chris Scott.
He's watching the stock market and getting depressed.
Yeah, it's going red.
See, he told you.
It's going red. What
I mean,
about,
the dude stares at the stock
hey,
market all
Brad,
day.
look up, because I don't. If
It's
somebody
6.5. It is 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Okay, and what's the,
What?
I would say over. I think they have a good line, right? Their line is.
So are you going to bet it?
Yeah, bet it.
Okay.
Do it right now.
Let me see you do it now.
Yeah.
I'm not scared, man. What the hell?
Yeah. I don't trust his bets after last night. I don't know what he's betting on.
I bet Houston, trust me, I lost.
He's gonna be
Clay.
cheering for the Panthers to lose. I'm like, I thought you were going for the over, Ron.
I think it was more about your facial expressions about $25. Like, it's like
Holy
you were.
Ron,
so,
what don't you get about it? Wasn't $25?
You were so worried about the
Don't shut that.
$25
It
that-
wasn't $25. man.
that here, have a little piece
I'm
of
good.
cake.
I'm good.
Here.
Nah.
You sure? You sure you don't want some cake?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I saw that like 2 days ago. That cake.
Oh, wow, look at this. Pretty good.
Well, yeah, like we said last night, Ron actually got this for his 55th win, and we had to. Ron went and changed it to 6, so it's actually more than 2 days old.
Well, I'm still, my literally, my mouth is still numb from the dentist. But the Panthers, I think, we're going to find out about what we're talking about the Masters this week.
All right,
we covered
Masters,
that.
yeah.
I wore my green
We
for
did.
the Masters.
We picked our picks last week, right? You sticking with yours, Aberg?
I like Aberg, but I mean, do you think McElroy is going to choke this week or not? Like, God darn, he's playing
Oh,
good.
yeah. He's a favorite. I'm wondering how Scheffler's gonna. Is he gonna come back? Is he gonna? What's going on with him?
They just pulled him over in the parking lot right now. He's getting a ticket. I don't know.
Hopefully, you're not driving out there. You're hitting
What do
him.
you think? You think he'll Scheffler?
No, yeah, he very good chance, but I like Morikawa.
Yeah, I got Morikawa and
Aberg?
yeah,
Yeah, those are my two. I think it's
Aberg.
one of those guys.
those are my two.
Now, we'd have to look this stat up. Chris was good at it, but I believe last year
What's NVIDIA's number? Oh, okay.
Allberg led the field in par 3 play. Mm-hmm. So one thing on DraftKings, you can bet when they get to a par 3, and no shit, he won a lot of
Really?
like I'm saying, like you go to a par 3 and he's minus 120 against somebody, you want to take Allberg.
Can you bet the par 3 tournament?
I don't know. You probably can't.
What is it? Tomorrow, I think.
I don't think so.
I believe
'cause-
it is.
Yeah, it
They
has
do-
to be,
yeah, it's
'cause-
tomorrow.
No,
Starts on
because the
Thursday.
kids play. I don't think 'cause let everybody play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering.
I'm sure you could bet anything you want, though. What do you want to bet?
So
Well, that guy, if he's so good on par 3s, why not bet him to win that?
well, I think they screw around. They don't want to win
Yeah.
that. Nobody's ever won that. But last year, what you can, if you want to do something fun to do for $10, I'm sure Chris Scott's been betting everything on it. But you can bet by hole, which is my favorite thing to do. So if you're watching,
it's like him versus who he's playing. Like
yeah,
who's in
yeah,
this group?
minus 150, minus
Oh,
130.
really?
So the foursome, you would say I'm taking him to
To win the hole?
to win the
Yeah,
hole.
if it's 2 or 3, there'll be a 3. If there's, I think they only play. Do they play 2 at the
I
Masters?
don't know.
2 because there's only
Or is
there's
it
less
thr-
people that play in.
Is it
Okay.
3 the first 2 rounds? Can't
Well, I know, but in the Masters, I think they only have. You can look that up too. How many people play in the Masters? 70 people, 80 people, not a lot.
Yeah, it's
No.
like 76 or something.
Right. So I think they play twosomes. So you can. It's kind of cool to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be fun.
Yeah. You just kind of. But
Yeah, that makes it easier because I was trying to understand how it would work if there's 4 people.
there's
or 3.
Max McLaughlin. I'm sure he'll be betting on something.
He was at the party the other night.
95 golfers total.
95.
95.
Okay.
And Charlie joined finally.
Yeah, he's
mean-
probably wanting to hear about the game last night that you ruined.
Well, Charlie's the fence guy. I wish he was on earlier because he's the fence. He's playing both sides all the time. Max is like my new favorite guy, though.
I love Max.
Do you think he'll be more than 3.5 points? You know, Max?
Yeah, he was at the bar Friday.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, I can tell you
Was he in the
exactly who's at
bathroom
the
too?
bar.
Was he in the bathroom making the trade?
No, he was not in the bathroom, but they were giving him shots before the trade was transpiring.
Wait, what? Breaking news.
Giving Kush.
Breaking
Kush
news.
was doing a couple shots. Before.
Who was giving it to him? Just curious. Was it Charlie
I
involved?
remember. I can't remember who it was. There
Plead the
was-
fifth, huh?
The business guy.
We need
that he
lawyer
is.
Tom.
We need to get him down. You know, I did that one time. I'll tell you a funny story. We played the golf guys, and we'll go back to the Masters, but the golf guys.
I want to go back to them giving Kush shots before
And
the
we
trade.
I know we went to Wilmington, and we had a big tournament next day.
Yeah.
And I told the guy, listen, give 6 shots, but make sure mine's water, Casa Azul, or not Casamigos.
Should've done that
Mine
with
was
Presley.
water, and I got them all hammered. They didn't play as well as I did.
Yeah.
But that's a good strategy. I like what he did. Look, Charlie and them, that's what they do. But karma gets them. Be all right.
Giving them shots before the trade. Okay.
Yeah, in the bathroom, whatever else they're doing there. Maybe doing a couple edibles or something.
Well,
Yeah.
there was
We don't want to say anything about that.
there was
yet.
TJ was out that night too.
Oh, okay. We got it.
TJ and you know those guys.
Wow. So breaking news: Kush was full of liquor
When he made the
when he
trade.
made the trade.
But back to the Masters. What do you think? Who are we going to take? Who are you going to?
Tiger Woods.
He's not playing.
I know. I already told you. Morikawa.
Morikawa's a
kinda
good
like it.
pick.
I'm
Yeah.
going Morikawa or Olberg too.
Yeah. Those are both.
Chris Scott, what do you got in the Masters?
Nothing.
Brent, who you got?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing. I don't think those guys are going to win.
No.
No.
Well, obviously Scheffler's favored and Rory's number 2.
We need like a real
No,
dark
Scheffler's
horse.
not favored. I don't
Well, Scheffler's favored to win.
He's
Garrett-
over
What about your boy?
McElroy?
Yeah,
What about your
4-1.
boy Wyndham Clark?
Oh, I forgot about Wyndham. That's my guy.
That's a good dark horse.
You know what's funny? Wyndham can play, dude.
I
And
know.
He's healthy now. A lot of those guys get hurt and you don't know.
Plus
That-
10,000.
Who?
What is it?
Wyndham Clark.
Is plus what?
He must be hurt.
Plus 10,000?
Can you look it up?
9,000.
Hey,
9,000?
Look up Wyndham Clark, Brent, and see if he's hurt.
No, he's playing.
I know that, but sometimes they're hurt, like their back is sore.
Oh,
I mean, you
geez.
hear it every right.
It's the Masters.
Huh?
Suck it up, guys. It's Masters.
Are you going?
No.
Well, okay.
He could play through a little back injury.
I think
Tiger played with a broken leg one time or something.
why don't we make a bet? Okay, I'll take Rory and I'll give you an Allberg total score, and you pick 2 golfers.
Oh, you took over.
All right, I'll take Scheffler and Morikawa.
Okay. Do it for 100.
$25.
25.
No, I'll do 100.
No, do 25. This is fun.
That was a joke because you keep
What
saying
do
I
you
have $25
have? What do you
on the
have? You
tournament.
want to get in with this?
Well, I had Morikawa.
You can have him
and
too.
Oberg.
Huh?
That's his same too, right?
No, I was Scheffler
Oh,
and
Scheffler? I'll go
Morikawa.
Morikawa and Oberg.
And I have.
you tell us. You have Rory and Oberg.
Rory and Oberg.
Okay, we got to write this down, but either way,
We
yeah.
your it.
I think it's on tape.
A lot of the same guys. Yeah. we need to record this.
Somebody record it real quick.
Get
You
your
know, we
camera
used
out.
to do a thing at Calcutta, and you should do it down your place sometime, Mike, but it's technically against the law. I don't know if it is now, but
You should do
you
it.
pick a golfer, like, okay, so you start at like 40 golfers, right? And you start with like Wyndham, and somebody bets 200, right, on Wyndham. And all the way up to Rory where they have 1,000. So you can get like a 30 grand pot, right? And you split 1, 2, and 3. But that's a good.
That's interesting.
I've done that before. I want to do it next year. Maybe we'll do it with Final Four. I just didn't do it. Like everybody gets, obviously you get the field, right? Would be maybe the bottom, but after that, you bid on Texas Tech or you bid on Texas A&M. You bid on Florida, Duke, whatever.
Carolina.
I've seen it where it was like a draft, where if there's 10 guys, the first pick, you get the one golfer, the next guy picks, and then you have the total.
Yeah, you can do
and
that,
then total
or
low score.
but you can
for
put
your
money
team.
up. So Duke
Yeah.
might get $1,500, right? And the other guy get 100. You come in
Right.
top 3, you make money. But
Right.
the Masters, I used to do that. I had fun with that. But I think that it's fun to watch. I mean, what TV? It's not on TV. It's kind of on streaming, right?
No, it's on TV. They don't start it like when they tee off in the morning. It's not on TV. You have to watch it on like Masters.com or something.
yeah.
But then it comes on later.
What
I think they may re-air it. I don't know. I think their TV rights are a little.
Yeah, it's weird. I
But
don't
then
know
on-
why they don't show from beginning to end the match.
Yeah, so like you have to go to like Masters.com to
Yeah.
watch like a certain hole or certain. They have like the feature.
Amen's corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And by the way, Chris, Detroit started. Did you bet that baseball game? Detroit Tigers and Yankees. I was just making sure. It's 1-0 Detroit. I usually bet everything and tell us.
Yeah, Detroit.
You bet Detroit?
Yeah.
I knew that. And you bet the under too, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, your parlay didn't hit. You told me under 8.5, and that went over in the Pirates game yesterday.
Yeah.
You forgot to tell me that, but that's okay.
I did text you that.
You don't talk losers.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
so Masters is on the Masters app or Masters.com starting at 7:30 in the morning. So all the morning play pretty much is only there, and then it gets on ESPN not till 3 p.m.
Yep.
hey, why don't you tell us about next week, Brent? So we're going on live on CW again?
Going on live on CW.
Next week's yeah.
Next week's show will be short and edited a little bit, and first show on the CW.
And Greg's sponsoring the first week.
Yes.
Greg Finelli with SRI.
SRI.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
going to be exciting. We're going to be on.
We'll have to show that video again.
after
will.
Next week,
Well,
yeah.
I think I thought I got a call from Barstool, but I'm not sure. I thought it was Portnoy, but I thought it was. We got the owner Tepper may have called us, but I
Could have been
didn't get
him.
him in.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
they're just going to show up on Tuesday. You
They
don't
could.
know.
You never know.
Yep.
I mean,
Maybe we
gotta
go
get,
to the other Red Rocks. Dave
and we
Canal
do
seats there.
have. He's got a football player who can get on with us, maybe.
Oh, Beeson will come out.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
he's-
be awesome.
Yeah.
We gotta get John Beeson. That'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
sick.
He'd be great on this.
Oh, I got some questions I want to ask him.
Yeah.
Like what do you got?
Like, how awesome was it being that awesome at football? Because he was a beast.
Yeah,
Nope, like
he
pun
sure
intended on
was.
Beeson. But
Were you a beast at anything?
was I?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean,
I was.
I wasn't John Beeson for sure.
I was a jack of all trades. I could play board games. If you ever want to play
You're
a board
humble.
game with me, we could play right here. I'll beat your ass. in a
Do you know how
board
to
game.
play backgammon? I can't
Yes.
find anyone who
Yeah,
knows
I know
how to play.
yeah.
All right.
He has no idea. Rob.
We can
He
play
has
it
no-
while we're doing this.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, chess is always a good one, and checkers and
Checkers, yeah.
and Scrabble. Scrabble is my
Connect
favorite.
4. I thought that
Connect
was pretty
4.
good.
Listen, I beat Renee 5 times in a row. She got all mad at me. But I think a skill is something different there. You got to know 4 in a row how to do it.
That's
We can
hard.
play Connect 4.
Yeah. I'll play.
What
you
other
know.
game? What other games?
Monopoly.
Yeah, Monopoly. Oh, but let's play with real cash.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
That's a good
What
one.
about games, Jan? You ever play that?
Gin? Yeah, gin rummy.
You ever play Sequence?
I like that one.
I did too.
How do you
Sequence
do
is
that?
fun.
I played that, but what's that?
It's you and a
never heard of it.
partner.
Never
It's you and a
heard of it.
partner, and it's like a
It's
table.
like Connect Four with cards almost.
But you're not allowed to talk to your partner. So like you would play a card like King of Hearts or whatever, and you would take your little chip, put it on the King of Hearts, and your partner has to. You have to see like 5, and I think you have to have 5 or 6 in a row. But you could get blocked. It's kind of like that a little bit, but it's fun. It's really fun. Don't close that yet.
Well, as I'm showing you, I want to show you something. I just want to, again, now that we're going to be signing off soon, the DH1 is 56th race. That's really important in Friendship Life.
Yep.
I'm glad you were there to celebrate it last night. Hopefully,
Yeah, it was
we
fun.
can, give me that kick, pull that kick over a little bit, but maybe we can do like
Next time, don't jinx it.
50.
7.
We got to plan something for wins 60.
Yeah. Ron.
Like put that in the works now.
Almost
Yeah.
like Ovechkin's goal.
Ron's really good at planning those kind of
Getting
things.
ready.
He's the guy.
Yeah, we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to do something. I don't know what, but we'll do something.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get on Table Talk again. I mean, he's been kind of quiet lately. He hasn't been stopping by.
Is that right?
I think
Is the
after,
stock market up a
I think
dollar or
after they
down a
lost to
dollar?
They lost the Outlaws last week. They're a little upset.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
So.
it's that time, I think.
All right. Well, Mike, thanks for joining us
Yeah.
today. We'll
Great
have you
to be
back
here.
on
Yep,
again.
I'll be here down the road.
You'll see him on CW, ladies and gentlemen. Brent, Chris, thanks for coming today. Ron,
Yeah.
you really screwed me up last night, but it's all right.
Okay. Still friends.
All right, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
love our loyal followers too. Thanks, Charlie Cush, Ron,
Max.
Brian, Will, Max, all of our friends, Sherry, everybody out there that follows us. We're getting ready to go big time soon. So,
And Ron's sponsoring a new hoop group team coming soon.
yep.
Good job, Ron. All right, see you guys.